Hi guys, welcome to another Twinflame message to the summary of the Twinflame reading. If you're new to my channel, I only post the summary trying to save some time and fit as many details into a video as possible, so all the cards are laid out already. That being said, this reading is not gonna fit into just one video, because even though Mercury retrograde ended a few days ago on June 3rd, you can still feel the effects of it linger, and I'm still having major technical difficulties. So I've tried to resolve these issues regarding technology, but I just couldn't. Even Apple support couldn't help me. So I'm not going to be able to fit everything in one video. I have to post like 2 or maybe even 3 videos. There's going to be a part 2 or even part 3, and I will include the link or links to those videos in the description box below. So I have been getting a lot of insights during the last few readings and was guided to even do an extended one for the first time at the end of my last reading. This time I pulled the normal amount of cards, but got about twice as much details as usual. I'm using a new deck, my first time using it, so maybe this deck is more talkative. I just bought the Energy Oracle deck from the donation I got from someone. Thank you again, Maron, for your donation if you're watching this. I'm probably pronouncing your name incorrectly, sorry. I also got a deck of blank cards that I'm going to write brief messages on. I've already started filling the cards out, just waiting for the right inspiration to come for each card. Before I begin the reading, I would like to mention that I sensed a lot of mirroring going on throughout this reading. So a lot of things might resonate with you as well, Divine Feminines, when I'm talking about the DM and vice versa. So let's begin. The first card that fell out was the Patience card, which might make some of you want to let out a sigh or roll your eyes, but it's not as bad as it sounds. I really feel like it's just a little more time that's needed here until this happiness, this new life, new beginning that you've been wishing for arrives. Until your Divine Masculine opens his heart, speaks up about what's in his heart space, expresses his emotions to you freely. Communication is coming in from your DM. The Patience card is just here to let me know that the Divine Feminine is running out of patience. You won't have to be patient for that much longer. Until this communication comes in, try to focus on yourself, on your own growth. Focus on your passion, hobbies you might have. Let this passion or hobbies of yours, art for example, writing, music, lift your spirit. Connect to nature. Do whatever you can to keep your vibration high, to elevate your mood in order to attract this blessing faster. Be compassionate with yourself. Focus on self-love, self-acceptance, because that will attract the same love to flow your way from others. Try your best to stay calm, peaceful, to let go of anxiety. Try to release this sense of urgency. Let go of time-related expectations. Relax, quiet your mind. Let go of any expectations you might have regarding the when and the how. Keep an open mind. You might think that this communication will happen in a certain way and that it will take a certain amount of time, but there is more than one way for this to happen. This communication, this happy new beginning, might come in an unexpected way and at a surprising time, not how and when you imagined. This woman is holding a clock in her hand, and the time it shows is 10 after 10. 10:10, so something is coming to an end soon. Soon the winter will be over, there's winter on this card, and the sun will come out, spring is going to begin, which represents renewal, a new start. The Divine Masculine might have not expressed his emotions in a while, but that doesn't mean he doesn't love you, doesn't think about you. You're upset that he hasn't come in with this communication yet. You're growing impatient. you're upset because you don't see changes in the 3D world, which doesn't mean that there are no changes in his 3D world. He's just not opening up to you about it, not telling you about it. There will be communication soon. Things appear to be dead in the winter, right? Not much is happening above ground, above the surface. But under the surface, behind the scenes, he's getting ready to speak. His soul longs to take a leap of faith and fully express his emotions. The man and woman holding a heart cards fell out together, both upside down. This is a couple here. Both of these cards represent not just love but family as well, also emotions. So this tells me that we are talking about a couple who's married. This is the DM and his karmic, this couple. The DM feels emotionally overwhelmed because his love life turned upside down. He has some kind of difficulty at home in this marriage. This karmic is a negative influence, emotionally speaking, in your divine masculine's life. She is disturbing the calm, the peace in his home. She's manipulative. There is some jealousy and resentment going on. So this is why your divine masculine has seemed distant lately. He shut down emotionally or seemed more disconnected for a while. That's why he hasn't opened up to you yet. Hasn't come in with communication. He's dealing with some emotional chaos at the moment, and this is breaking his heart. He needs to deal with this chaos and heal from this heartbreak. He's going through some anger and grief because he's been deceived by this karmic. Also, fear and self-doubt are stopping him as well from opening up to you. He's not quite comfortable with expressing his emotions and doesn't really know how to do it. So don't take him not communicating with you personally. Don't think that just because he's been distant, he doesn't love you and doesn't think about you. Don't buy into the illusion of how things seem on the outside. There's something you don't understand regarding this situation that you're getting spiritual guidance about. Listen to your intuition and to the guidance you get about this. The numbers on these 4 cards are 44, 45, 46, and 47 sequence, but they're upside down, so there's a lack of forward movement here that might be frustrating to you, but as I said, don't take this personally. There's another couple here. The thinking man and thinking woman fell out together, both upside down. The thinking woman represents the karmic again, but the thinking man is not the divine masculine. This is a third party. The karmic has another man in her life. The karmic is being deceitful, not just with the DM, but she's also misleading this other guy. And what I'm getting from the upside down thinking man is that this third party is a male figure in authority, someone with official power to make important decisions. And the words officer and command popped into my mind. Also the word professional. So they either know each other through the divine masculine's work, or he's a colleague of the karmic. Either the DM or the karmic or both are officers in the military or law enforcement, or I don't know what other people who work for the government have the name officer. And when it comes to the chain of command, this third party is above the DM or the karmic. He has a higher rank. I believe that's one of the things the karmic finds appealing about him: power, prosperity. So this karmic is misleading this new guy, but here's the kicker. This guy doesn't have the best interest at heart for her either. They are destined to teach each other some lessons. They are each other's karma. It's time for both the karmic and her side guy to learn some lessons. They met their match. This sounds very similar to the last video I posted, the karmic's karma. So if this part resonates with you and you haven't watched that video yet, I recommend you watch it after this one. This new guy of the karmic is quick to criticize, easily angered, and this behavioral trait is caused by some insecurities that he would never admit to have. He would never admit to these shortcomings in his behavior or to these insecurities of his. This guy here sounds like a narcissist, to be honest. So good luck to the karmic. Because of all the mirroring that I mentioned was going on, you divine feminine might feel emotionally overwhelmed as well. You might be picking up on your divine masculine's energy, on this chaos going on in his life. You might also feel like your life has turned upside down. You could have difficulty as well involving family or a close friendship, might be dealing with someone who's a negative effect on you, emotionally speaking, someone manipulative, jealous, narcissistic. Try to resolve these issues or let go of this person if possible. If they are your blood relative, that might be a bit more difficult. Try to stay calm, peaceful, give yourself some love. Don't let them take your power away. Don't take things these toxic people say or do personally. Their problem is not with you, it's with themselves. Try to distance yourself from these people. Set some boundaries with them. Don't let their emotional drama affect you. Don't let them put doubts, fear in your head, steer you off your path. You could also feel anger and grief, just like your DM, whoever that anger might be directed toward. You could resent the DM, for example, for still being with the karmic, or you could be jealous of the karmic, but not necessarily. The anger could be directed towards someone else. Try not to stay in this energy for too long. You could also have this manipulative, deceitful person in your life who is overly critical of you, or this male figure in authority who has not been acting in your best interest. This is all part of your spiritual growth, your spiritual journey. These lessons in life all meant to teach us something. Don't get too discouraged by these people, events. Stay on your path, keep working on yourself, keep listening to your intuition, to spiritual guidance. You might have been going through a difficult time in your own personal growth, might have been feeling confused about your soul's purpose, the path you should be following. Stay open to your inner guidance, to the support you receive from the divine. Trust your intuition. If you feel like you're being guided to do something that has to do with healing, whether just in your personal life or professionally, whether that has to do with conventional medicine or energy healing, healing the body or healing the mind, the soul, like therapy, or using your psychic abilities, don't resist the call. If you feel guided to channel what you learned during your spiritual journey into your art, for example, or to write it down, share it with others, that all could be healing for you and for the people you share it with. Don't let fear and doubt stop you. Listen to guidance. You might feel like questioning, doubting this guidance because you've been receiving it for a while and you're growing impatient, getting tired of it all. But it's there to help you. The divine masculine was not open to spiritual guidance, messages, signs he was receiving in regards to this deceitful woman, this manipulative karmic. He was questioning, doubting this guidance, wondering if it was reality or just his imagination. Things are being illuminated here by this moon, goddess of the moon. Things that have been hidden before are coming up to the surface about this karmic. And now the divine masculine finally sees clearly what all those messages, all the guidance meant, how it was real, not just a figment of his imagination. He's open to receive guidance now. He's going to trust the signs, messages, his own intuition from now on. And he's being guided to leave a cycle behind and start a new one. He's being guided toward a new beginning, toward happiness, to take a long journey. This is a big leap, a big change in his life. Also, it could literally mean a big leap. He might be getting ready to go on a long trip. There's a man on this world card looking at Earth from another planet, maybe from the moon. I got the sense that this man is wanting to go there, being guided to go on this long trip. You can see Europe and Africa from where he's standing. Finishing this old cycle, the ending of this karmic cycle, is opening a world of possibilities for the divine masculine. He realizes that there are a lot more options out there to consider than he was previously aware of. Interestingly, the sun, the goddess of the moon, the world card with earth on it, and the cornucopia card, which is pretty much like the star card in tarot, ended up next to each other. So sun, moon, earth, star. It's like the stars, the planets are aligning for this divine masculine for you guys. The world, the universe is opening up to him, to the both of you. New possibilities, new doors are opening. We have the door to personal healing and happiness card here. Then later in the reading, the door to value and the door to romance fell out. So doors are opening all over the place. This card, the adjacent possibilities card, was also on the bottom of the deck. Most of the doors are open in this picture. There are only 2 or 3 that are closed. So maybe a door closed for the divine masculine with the ending of this karmic cycle, but 3 other doors opened. This guidance or these revelations about his personal life are leading him toward a new beginning, toward happiness and inner healing. This card ended up next to the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael card, who is the Archangel of Healing, and the 4th chakra is the heart chakra. It's about the healing of the heart. Then we have the Healer of the Ages card down here. A lot of healing is happening. The DM is healing from the heartbreak caused by this karmic relationship, recovering from this manipulation and deceit. And also could be healing wounds from this caring connection, from your relationship, from your connection, letting go of any past hurts in regards to your relationship. This is a profound healing he's going through, healing happening on a deep level. And this guidance, ancient wisdom he's receiving in this guidance, is helping him with the healing. This is mental, emotional healing, not physical healing that the DM is going through. That's what I got from both the 4th chakra card, which is about healing from a heartbreak, and the door to personal healing and happiness card, which is again about inner healing. He's regaining his vitality, regaining his strength, going through a renewal. He's finding balance in his life again. He's going through a major transformation which will allow positive changes to come into his life. Also from this yin and yang card, what I'm getting is that there is a great rebalancing happening here. Karma. This 1st chakra card, Archangel Michael card upside down, next to the Healer of the Ages card, tells me that this healing also has to do with an out of balance root chakra. Financial worries, lack of stability and security. He's dealing with difficult emotions and major challenges in his life, which makes him feel this way, all thanks to the karmic. So as I said earlier, the karmic is having another man in her life, and her deceit is going to be revealed. Add to that the DM worrying about finances and not feeling stable, secure, worrying about what's going to happen now. That sounds very much like how one would feel if they were going through a divorce. He's going to get through this. He's going to heal from this successfully. He's going to find balance again in his life. This yin and yang symbol is about balance between the logical mind. Sorry, that's the yang that represents the logical mind. It's about balance between the logical mind and the intuition, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. The sun and the moon, representing the masculine and feminine energies, are on this yin and yang card, completing each other, creating a whole. It reminds me of reunion, when you're finally together, not just in spirit, but in the physical as well, and you feel complete. I'm telling you, the stars, planets are aligning for you guys. This reunion is coming. This card is again a confirmation that he's been withdrawn lately, confirming the upside down man holding a heart card. It was time for him to go within, reflect on what has been happening in his life, go through some emotional healing. These external circumstances, this upheaval with the karmic forced him to do that. He's completing this karmic cycle, wrapping things up with the karmic. So while a lot was happening under the surface within your divine masculine and behind the scenes in his home, in his love life, you didn't see much of that. You just saw the passivity, the withdrawal, divine feminine. This yin and yang symbol is about the energetic life cycles. After a more passive or yin cycle, when it's time for contemplation, inner work, spiritual growth, emotional healing, when most changes are happening under the surface in our inner world, after that phase comes a more active yang cycle, when it's time for action, for significant changes to happen in our outer world. After the darkness of the night comes daylight. It's the cyclical nature of life. That's what I'm seeing on both the yin and yang card and the world card. On the world card as well, half of the earth is dark. It's nighttime there. The other half is lit up by the sun. It's daytime there. The sun comes up where it was night before. After the moon comes the sun. Nighttime is a time for sleep, to be passive, darkness, moon, feminine, passive energy. Daytime is a time to be active, to get things done, light, sun, masculine, active energy. The energy cycles are changing. It's night on this moon card, and then the sun is coming up on the left side of Earth. Europe and Africa are illuminated by the sun. After the winter, when nature is dormant in a deep sleep, comes spring, when everything comes alive. The passive cycles, winter, night, always come to an end. It's always followed by an active cycle. This passive cycle is coming to an end for you too, divine feminine. Actually, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna pick up where I left off in the next video. I will include the link to that video in the description box below. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.